Pharmaceutical F&D refers to pharmaceutical research and development. It encompasses the process of discovering, designing, and developing new drugs or pharmaceutical products. Pharmaceutical companies invest significant resources in F&D to create innovative therapies that can treat or prevent diseases, improve patient outcomes, and enhance overall healthcare. Here are the key steps involved in pharmaceutical F&D. Discovery. In this phase, scientists and researchers identify potential drug targets by studying diseases and their underlying mechanisms. They may use various techniques such as laboratory experiments, computer simulations, and genetic studies to identify molecules or biological processes that could be targeted for therapeutic intervention. Preclinical research. Once potential drug targets are identified, preclinical research begins. This stage involves extensive laboratory testing and animal studies to evaluate the safety, efficacy, and pharmacokinetics of the potential drug candidates. Researchers aim to gather data on the compound's toxicity, dosage levels, and its ability to interact with the target in a desirable way. Clinical trials. If a potential drug candidate shows promise in preclinical research, it progresses to clinical trials. Clinical trials are conducted in human volunteers and are divided into several phases. Phase 1 trials involve a small number of participants to evaluate safety and dosage. Phase 2 trials expand the participant pool to gather preliminary evidence of efficacy and side effects. Phase 3 trials involve larger populations and aim to confirm the drug's effectiveness, monitor side effects, and compare it to existing treatments. If successful, the pharmaceutical company can apply for regulatory approval. Regulatory approval. Once the clinical trials are completed, pharmaceutical companies submit a new drug application, NDA, or a biologics license application, BLA, to the regulatory authorities such as the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, in the United States. The regulatory agency reviews the data from preclinical and clinical studies to assess the drug's safety, efficacy, and quality. If approved, the drug can be marketed and sold to patients. Post-marketing surveillance. After a drug is approved and made available to the public, post-marketing surveillance takes place. Pharmaceutical companies and regulatory agencies continue to monitor the drug's safety and efficacy in a larger population. Adverse events or side effects that were not identified during clinical trials may be reported and investigated.